Monday, March the 9th, 2015. It's about 9:35 a.m. Make note that this meeting has been posted in the matter for the time present, that all members of the board are present. For the time required, all members of the board are present. If it's convenient, would please stand and pledge yourself, Mr. Sykes, I believe.
Let us pray. Most gracious Heavenly Father, thank you so very much for Marshall the past few weeks. We appreciate it. Lynn needs it. I believe we're ready for that young Marshall that will fill our thanks. Thank you very much for allowing us to serve this wonderful community in this county. Help guide our decisions to be the best they can be. Also, please place your hands on those families who are suffering so severe a loss today. Horrible accident this past week. Please grant them the mercy of your strength as they make their way through this. In God's name, lead us this. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. Would you please stand? Public comments about presentations. Let's see. I have noted on here CRT reimbursement, precinct 1.
Yes, we received what we had turned in, we received back that reimbursement last, I think there's a
I
copy.
think it's the afternoon of the last meeting, wasn't it?
Or
Something
they,
like that,
no,
right
it
in.
was probably a day or two, because it was when I was back, probably a day or two later.
That's good.
But anyway, so we got it all straightened out, and got it fixed, and got it back.
Got money in the bank?
Money in the bank.
So, usually the precinct 1, C3rd money.
No, everything was for him, you know, we made the line up in, Road Bridge General that we're paying it out of, and we're receiving it back into there, so.
Very good. Got a reminder here that we have an appointment with Piper King for document destroying documents that are applicable. That's on Tuesday, March the 12th, at 9:30 to 10 o'clock. Sometime they'll be here.
We contacted them about going to precinct 1 and picking up the boxes out.
Well, I believe so.
Okay. We've got near 80 boxes.
Shredding material, Debbie made some comments about them.
Okay.
Need to be sure that
Just let me know if not, I'll contact you.
those officials that have records there, and they need to sign off on some of the records that they have to do for us. That's all the announcements that I have. Anybody else got anything? Yeah, that's good, man. Appreciate that. We're ready for that.
Billy Roll Motor. That floater.
Okay, Cheryl, do you have, we'll just go with number 4. County clerk's minutes of previous meeting, February 23rd, 2014, or are there any additional corrections or deletions that they made?
So, okay.
Okay. Mr. Pruitt, Mr. Wiley. Approval of the minutes, all in favor? Aye. Carried. Security pledge update.
61,584. 40 cents with an addition of 4.5 as of 3/3/2015.
So that all good and order.
Second.
To approve the security updates, I have presented, all in favor?
Carried.
Item number 6, consider treasurer's financial report. Ms. Lane Bailey.
I have to stockpile Mary's, December's, and January's. I'm not gonna go over all the details, but that I gave you, our current cash position for March. And, $8,350,000, cash. Also, I gave you a copy of what's in the designated accounts, and then our tax collection percentages. Running between 93 and 94% tax collection. And we received $6,068,973. 6 cents today.
Right up there. Good. Motion Commissioner Wiley, second Commissioner Rogers to approve the treasurer's report as presented. All in favor? Aye. Carried. Okay, Ms. Auditor will consider any budget amendments or vouchers. You got like 6 or 7 sections.
Okay. Vouchers, total is $177,672.07. And of that, $113,338.61 is on the check. There's a couple of payments as well.
Any comments or requests? Second. Motion Commissioner Wiley, second Commissioner Pruitt to approve the vouchers payable as presented. All in favor? Aye. Okay, consider employee violence, item number 9, Joanne Hickey, Chief Clerk, Young County Justice, League Precinct 1, 5,000, and for Keena Yee, Clerk of JP, in the amount of $5,000. Motion by Commissioner Simon, second by Commissioner Rogers to approve payment of those bonds in the amount of $5,000 each for Joanne Hickey and Marquis JP clerks. All in favor? Carried. Item number 10 is to consider extension agent Brad Marshall being warned bearing report and request for reimbursement in the amounts of $749.65, $388.70 respectively. So second. Motion Commissioner Wiley, second Commissioner Sykes. Report and refund requested as applicable to our extension agents. All in favor? Item number 11, road crossing permit. Fort Valley Water Supply Corporation, crossing East Side Lake Road. Commissioner Sykes.
Yes, I discussed this permit with Charles Carroll, the principal involved, as well as James Jones and the Water Supply Corporation. Is going across the paved road at East Side Lake Road, and cut on board. Jones and I had a discussion about making sure that repair was done properly, and that he understood now why we are charging what we charge, because that could be a potential problem on that road later on. It's going to a new house, Mr. Harrell's daughter. We're getting something on the tax roll for it as well, so I'm going to approve this permit.
That's going to be a road cut.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll check the
Everything either way,
spell out explanation.
Again, like I said, they're gonna be liable for that road, of course, if we get the $500 to extend their liability. But we'll have the money if we need to fix it. There's already a spot here where they're doing that's a low water crossing, if you get down East Side Lake Road, where they put a can in and it's sank. And so it's already a problem with the soil, they're not holding from it once it is cut, so we're probably gonna have a continuous bump up right there. It's on the curve, so traffic generally slows down.
Keyword here. Keyword here.
Yeah, generally it's keyword different.
Do we have a motion by Mr. Sykes, second by Mr. Wiley to approve the road crossing permit on East Side Lake Road and to approve it, for road cut? We have funds in hand. Mark, have the original documents, we'll execute that, get a copy of it, in back. Okay. All in favor? Carried. Item number 20. Consider presentation by TLC, I regard that as a true term, TLC.
These are the people
Very
that
good fits, Mr. Bradley, Tom Morgan, and another Angie Hale. Edmiston.
yeah, you did good. Brand.
Ron Moran, the other ones do work.
Very good.
And other,
You're just a pretty face. Did you do the hiring? Yeah, looks like it.
I did.
There you go.
I have a real cowboy in the front.
what I put together today, and you'll just kind of bear with me as we go through it. I you were one of my clients until 2002. Sago, kind of went south. It doesn't affect kind of the bank security. I mean, it doesn't affect the policyholder, but it's your purchase medical settlement. And I started doing business with Transamerica, which is an Aegon company and top 5 in the world. They're rated as high as QP credit. And I'm proud to say that over the last 15, 17 years, they have disappointed. And that's what on the left here is prescriptions and products. Also on the right part, this is a current billing for the county for Conseco. And it represents 20 employees and 41 policies. And about 80% of those policies is here my wife sold. But that's what's currently issued. Then on the next 2 pages, which we're very proud of, is 2 reference letters, one from Smith County and one from Milam County, which we've been with them over 4 years. They highly recommend our services. And getting to the services, TLC's been in business over 20 years. I am the managing partner. They said the boat stops here. We represent over 10,000 employees. And I told you about the history that we have here. While we're here today, I called Cheryl 3 weeks ago. TRC here was a client, and I called her and I just said, "Would you like some good service?" She said, "I sure would." And so this is what started all this. And we, as TLC, are very proud of our service. And we concentrate on the voluntary products only. And I know we have some Aflac people, and we have some Conseco, Washington National people, which we can service, but we won't sell. It's your vote. But I think what I would recommend is to grandfather the Conseco and the Aflac people that will keep their policies. If they choose. But we're not here to replace business. And it's only fair, as far as I'm concerned, it's only fair to the employee. And that's what you all do here. Everything, all our products are sold after tax. And what that means is, used to 20 years ago, everything was part of the cafeteria plan and that sort of thing. Everything we do is after tax. And that means, number one, if something happens to the employee, some financial stress comes out, they can cancel it anytime they want to. And because of the way we sell it, meaning if you want to find it, don't find it. We're not here to beat up on people and stuff, that we want them to feel good about their decision. And it works out, yes, for everybody. And I called a lady with Conseco Washington National called, known for 20 years. And she told her what we were doing, and we had a meeting here. And she asked me, could we work together? My answer to that was no. We'll take care of it, but if you, my history will tell you, you get two insurance agents in the same room, one employee, I mean, it just doesn't work. And somebody's going to get blamed for it, probably us. So, our proposal is to be your representative. And we will also continue with the retirees. And I could look at some of these policies and their date or their numbers. You have some people that are getting closer, maybe already retired, but we'll service that as they need. We're available. We have an open book, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. But this is the only thing we do as TLC.
I think last year, I didn't remember, we have the Aflac people. I mean, we don't have a contact person that we can ever call with problems. And once a year they come and they want their product. And then last year that was a little issue we had with the gentleman trying to make everyone, and I said, no, nobody's going to be forced to go in and talk to anybody. And had a problem with that. And then every year you have, if he won't be here next year, it'll be someone new the next time. And it came back, we've always had problems. And then after we tell them, we take it out 24 times, yes, we get paid 26, but you only take it out 24 twice a month. And we tell them that, and they still mess up the billing every time. Because so, they'll ask an employee, how many times you get paid, they'll put down 20. And we've already told them only, you know, we're only helping it out 24 times. So we've had the problem with Aflac and the Conseco reps.
They use it all every year.
Thank you.
No, you wrong.
I did, as Ralph would have to go, and he said, I'll take care of that, and he would go take care of it, and anymore, I just got where I scream at whoever comes here. So it's been a major issue. I mean, we shouldn't have to do anything, you know, when these reps come and they sell products, and we get the money, everything should be
Well,
handled.
yeah, and I encourage, anybody to call, Ann Wilson at Smith County. And, what we do is we organize. Number one, you know, leave a month, maybe 2 weeks to a month. It's all planned, like, with the commissioners and the road and bridge people. You know, we plan it 2 days ahead, and they know we're gonna be there and we're the jail. So it's not, there's no surprises.
So, you understand, you're asking us to make you the exclusive provider of this voluntary policy for young people?
Yes, sir.
Might I say something, because I'm new in this little game here, but the short time I've been doing this, I've had some employees telling me about some Conseco homes. I never could find anybody to help me. And Judge Ross being one of them, is I fixed the policy, I went in, did everything I needed to do to take people off of the payroll, and they show up again the next month, and it just kept happening. The short time I've been here, we couldn't get Judge Ross's stuff straightened out. They wouldn't work back and forth with us because from 1 week to the next, they were changing my contact person. And they graciously stepped in, Rhonda did, and I think Judge Ross can explain to you what, you know, she did for him. It was great. Everything straightened out, my bill straightened out, just that. So that's what I'm looking at, that kind of service, because I was spending a lot of time on the phone and just getting moved from this person to that person. So I'm looking at the benefits for the employees just in customer service would be great.
So nothing's gonna change, because like all these people, like,
No, they will
the
still,
judge, Paul, have Conseco.
they will still get to keep that, and they will help them serve, and they do know
Then one of my employees is fixing to retire, he's looking forward to, I guess, the cash value.
well, and they know about all of that.
Okay.
But just
Yeah,
calling Conseco, like myself, calling from the employee, it's the biggest mess you've ever done in your life.
So you just call them, they handle all of this?
Yes, because we just kept running into roadblocks. And I know Kay has, but
In other words, you'll take on the policies that we now have currently, whether it be Saco, Aflac, or some other thing, then you will act kind of as a third party to administer those programs.
Yeah, I'm not appointed with Conseco. And, yes, it would be if we were having a meeting, right? We were talking about different stuff, because it's complicated, it's not simple. And I said, say, call Ralph. That's a call Ralph question, we will get that answer. One other thing I want to put in, I'm real touchy. You don't want to get me you know, these people, these employees make so much money, and there are certain people that'll buy anything you show them. I mean, really. And first place, they don't like it, they can cancel it. And we'll take care of that and all that. But we're very conscious of, we may have 4 or 5 different products in the over. You know, just 1 or 2 or something. Not overselling. I want to be in this business 10 years. do it before taxes, when the employee signs up, they cannot change it for a year unless they get a divorce, or a child, and there's what they call events.
And I have
And
that
also-
problem all the time, people want to can, we said you can't, it's pre-tax, you
They
can't.
decide they can't afford it, so it comes up with they can't.
And, you know, it just, from the, and, you know, we sell probably half, at least half of what we sell is life insurance, you can't do that anymore. You can't do pre-tax life insurance.
It doesn't have anything. Doesn't change the county here.
Yeah, we just, we haven't acted like we can see with people coming in like they have been. No new policies, and any issues they have, with policies they have, most times they just take care of our issues. We wouldn't be dealing with somebody every year that don't want to
Make your life easier,
do that. And
That's
ours
just a
is-
nutshell, you know, make all
It would make the
Yeah.
employees.
Is there any reason why the commissioners court would be prohibited from creating any exclusive relationship with a certain individual?
I think we were at one time.
Yes.
This was like, first started, but
It's a,
through the years with some of these different companies, I mean, like the Westman, you know, our employee representation, you know, and give another option, different type of options.
Is it okay to do so?
We eventually let that happen.
What happens is always the same people, they'll come in, listen to one presentation, they like that, they'll buy it. The next presenter comes in, they like that one, they wanna drop that one, take this one, then they decide they can't afford this one, they wanna go back to that one.
We did have that little issue last year. Have like that.
yeah,
Like pretty-
and we're not, well, our largest account is a construction bank. We got 10,000 employees in 26, and 8,000 employees, 8,000 policies. They can cancel it anytime they want to. Last month, some people canceled. Which means that they're happy with what they bought.
Jim, you want to say something?
I do.
Okay,
Yes.
a little bit closer.
Well, let's all hear it.
Is what's been discussed, that as Conseco and Aflac came in, they had a representative came in, and they had you sign up. I had the heart, stroke, cancer, and accident policy. Then I never had a representative of any of them. They'd give me a card next time I called them, well, that person wasn't there. But anyway, when TLC, after I retired, and I had to come up with $102 a month for the premiums. And then Marcia called me and I wrote her a check for that, and then she contacted me that I would call beforehand that she would help me contact state, well, Washington National now, which I did. And thank goodness, well, she spent several hours on the phone with myself and Conseco, which is Washington National. And she did a fantastic job, and she knows the business, and she is a representative of an individual. And it would be fantastic for your employees that are retiring to have a representative like her that can explain to the employee and to the Conseco people what they need to know, because she knows the business. She's a representative of the employee. So, to my feelings, that's what needs to be done, is to have a representative that represents the employee, and that's what TLC does. And so I think, in my opinion.
You can get a cheaper rate
Oh,
for you,
yeah, well,
saving money.
I got a refund of over $2,000 on one of my policies that I had been paid premiums on that. I got to get back on that. I may get some more. I don't know. They're still working on that. So it's, let's say she's very knowledgeable.
He's retired.
She's very knowledgeable.
I heard kickback.
No, she got me, she got me a refund on the premium, but I didn't pay any of those.
And that you.
I like that. I like that term.
Okay, well,
Well,
anyway, I got money back on
There
it.
you go.
But anyway, she's very knowledgeable, which I'm sure that all their employees are, but she's the one that deals with, most of the rest
Very good. Research comments.
And I agree, I think it would be good to have somebody that can, they even if, I wish y'all had like a card or something, someone that would, because I did have an incident with myself, that I went and had some tests done on heart, I have a heart policy. Well, I told my dad I was with Conseco and all that, I didn't get nothing. So, it'd be nice if y'all had a card or something that you could actually present to the cardiologist.
that gets into some HIPAA and some secrecy and some open accounts.
Well, then how do you find them?
So that part there.
Call you. Alright, that works.
I mean,
Because you got these
we
policies.
can file your claim, help you, but you have to sign it, you know.
And I'm probably not the only dumb insurance person out there. And I know some of these people probably have had things come up and they're like me, they're like, well, how do you file? You gotta pay all these premiums and don't pay people file.
And we encourage, Gerald's office or some supervisor, pick up the phone.
Always follow up on any claim of any type that you might have, whether it be medical, auto, fire, homeowners, whatever. Don't count on your providers or whatever to always make the proper claim, especially supplemental policies. The hospitals looking for the money from the major medical.
They want it to come to them.
Yes, sir. That's exactly right. And these policies are intended to come directly to you. So they're not going to follow. Good.
There you go. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry.
Well, as far as I know, the exclusivity
It's
is,
not a contract.
yeah, there's no contract. It's our word, his word. As long as he's working for us, he works for us.
There's
Okay.
Yeah. That's good. We're not being asked to sign anything.
no, there is no I know exactly what
Just an agreement for you to handle all our stuff. That's what we're doing.
It's a policy to be that these supplemental companies, and things that come in like Aflac and all that, just they make a request from the court to allow them to come in.
So now,
Well, in some counties, honestly, some counties go to the commissioner's court. Some of them. Isle County, the treasurer. Smith County. Yeah, I think it just depends.
Well, the policy here has been that, on the west, right, just like you're doing today. West overall, court can give us this presentation. So that's how it works up. In the other instances, for the Aflac, whoever else, presenting to us is this kind of court. And we allow that to happen.
so you would do the presenting then? Let's say X company right here is going to present the cancer policy.
He just activating in between the two.
And our service,
He's just been a counselor.
we're not going to replace a policy. He said our policy is better than your policy. We're not gonna do
But he has no contract to represent us.
He's gonna make sure, he's gonna have a dog in the hunt. He's gonna make sure you get what your company represents.
That's right.
If we measure whether you take action on that today, or whether you want to sit around and think about that a while.
Well, if we take action to give Mr. Neely exclusivity through the TLC, and Aflac comes and asks us to make a presentation, we will, a choice need to say, no, we have exclusivity.
I don't see why we do it, take action.
And I would recommend TLC group do Your call.
The request, I guess, would be like TLC, our
TLC.
group benefit.
TLC group benefits. TLC is not Kendall Living Care. Last
Lost chance.
I have.
Okay. What's the pleasure on this item?
Was there any reason to take any action whatsoever?
Don't know. I think that if
We're not ratifying a contract.
I think that we need to probably.
It'd be better if they, the others call and say, you know, we're doing this for a while, let's see, you know,
I think it needs to be in line with the record that we heard his deal, even though we're not signing anything, and it still shows that the board did take action.
This is our exclusivity, gives others the opportunity to present. Is that right?
they've been here, presented, and had helped their products, so. My main deal is I'm tired of not having to turn to a person.
It's like it said that some people will buy anything from anybody.
I'll make a motion. Accept it. Leave the name. It's looking
Wiley. Two. Formerly like TLC group benefits. Our supplemental insurance representative.
Everybody doesn't get into your bills. It's a whole different ballgame.
We have a motion. Commissioner Wiley, second Commissioner Pruitt. To formally make TLC group benefits our supplemental insurance representative. Wherever those other companies come in, y'all want to do this, you say no, can't do it.
But I can't. I've been
Very good.
professional.
No, we'll, we appreciate y'all's time.
Appreciate y'all's presentation and appreciate our relationship with that.
Thank you. Look forward to it.
Thank you, Mr. Neely, for bringing such a competent assistant.
Thank you.
Maybe one day you'll get your picture made.
We'll see you.
All right.
Okay.
Item number 13. Steve Wayne has walked in a few minutes ago, he'll come right on up there and get right into this discussion a little bit. We've been talking about our improved radio coverage from our primary dispatch here in Franklin. Mostly regarding our quarterly handheld radio dead spots that we have in the county. It's been on the agenda for the last 3 or 4 meetings. We've taken the last couple of times at least. We have any more information.
Well, it's like where we left off last time. The sheriff office went after some grant money for the tower that we're going to be looking at up north. And the tower down by
That grant money, if that grant is obtained, then I don't think that money will be available until June. I think it's June next year.
really. But what we were looking at was you got a problem around Wiseman. And the towers that we were looking at, there was a couple of towers down by there. The one was the AT&T tower, which I feel like it's about 17 miles straight across the countryside there to Elizabeth. I think it's gonna be just a bit, you know, out of range to help your portable coverage. Matter of fact, your local tower is actually closer than that AT&T tower from mine. So there's the judge, brought to my attention. Well, yeah, but then, you know, you run into, you know, 17, 18 miles is too far. It really is. You could be 1,000 foot high on a tower and you're just, you just don't have enough, you know. And the other tower site that you brought up was it's locally owned, which is good for us, and or semi-locally owned, and it's the radio station tower, and it's about 5 miles from mine. So we've got to contact those people. You've been in contact with them, so I think the next step for that area down there is to try to get a contract up with these people and see what one's going to, you know, what they're going to charge, what they're looking at for revenue to go on their tower, and you know, and I think that's where we're at. We're in agreement that we need improvement in portable coverage. This is one of the locations that I feel like is going to be the best. The other possible solution is you've got the 180 foot tower that y'all had on your original system is to construct it somewhere down in line, which you're looking at probably about 15 grand to do that. So however y'all want to go. And then you'd have maintenance, you'd have air conditioning costs, you'd have to build a building, and you just got all that. And then you got all your fees on your construction and what have you, and the FCC makes you go through quite a bit, so there's probably going to be another, you know, $500, $600, $800 off that to get it constructed.
Well, other than KWKQ, I think there's one other antenna on that tower.
Yeah, you said there was a broadband system on there that you were
And myself, station manager here, well, he said that like the tower would be labeled and that they would reasonably priced. But I read in the conversation that under the corporate structure that they're under, probably have to go through their home office. That's probably it cost on the time. You didn't foresee a problem with that, but just mind protocol to go through. I guess the first thing is if that's what we chose to do, would be to try to secure them. We've also been talking about location to up here around Lovey. You know, I think towards single fee under the mindset, probably we'll just do one now, maybe one sometime later. Figure out just which one's going to be which, one priority.
Right. Yes, we're at the point where we need to see where we're going to put the first side.
Brought up,
Yeah, now, up there by Loving, the site that we are looking at, and once again, keep in mind, portable coverage is going to be the best out to 10 miles. We'd like to keep it 8 miles under. The location that we looked at up there by Loving is it's probably 50 foot tall, and the only part that concerns me with that is it is 5 miles south of Loving, and then that's going to leave you probably 3 to 4 miles in your northern part, your northern corner that you're going to have problems with portable coverage. It would be nice if we could get a tower kind of north of Loving to fill in that northern corridor there. Well, I spoke with him. This was on the fire department we had here a year and a half, 2 years ago, because always had accidents and stuff up there. And he said 800 a month. That's, and I said, that's just outrageous. And, you know, and I haven't spoken to him in probably been over a year, but that tower's been sitting there abandoned for that long. It has nothing on it. So I can touch base with him again. He might be willing to do that. That is going to be, I think ComCell actually owns it. Is that who owns it?
Yeah, it's the same people that has the cell system there.
I believe it's going to be ComCell. It's the Humpers out on Newport. It's got it.
So really the problem we have further north we go is this coverage in the south.
Well,
Further south we go, the more coverage we lose on the
well, that's what we're doing. We've got this tower. We've got a 420-foot tower right here just west of town. It's going to cover your centermost part of the county, and it covers pretty well. But we need, up north, there's a ridge up by Lubbock. That ridge right there kills
get on
us.
the other side of that ridge.
And yeah, because once you get across that ridge, port coverage is just real spotty. It's just not dependable.
So there's no reason for us to overlap that coverage.
Yeah, and
Overlap as little as possible, get it.
overlap as little as possible and get as much of the northern part that you can get. And once you get up in that northern corridor, you get, you know, unlike the northwest corridor, you get a lot of trees and a lot of hills. And you just need a side up there to penetrate down those trees and everything, and you just start losing coverage when you get in the hilly territory and a lot of trees.
You see, with that tower that we're talking about here, it's sitting right there at the corner of the intersection. It's probably about 10 miles from the line.
Right.
So you just about pick
You have to cover
You have to cover the death point there. If you go 10 miles back to the south, you're 3 miles from ground.
How far is it east of the county line?
East,
We're not far
you're
off.
not far off. You're not even,
Right off of the county
you're
line.
not even 6 miles.
That's going
Don't
to
make it that far.
You're not maybe 5.
That's going to cover your 114, and both 14 and 114 corridors pretty much on that other side of that ridge.
You're going to cover, it's 18 miles from my house to Albany. So you're going to cover nearly where Albany can overlap at that point there.
Which tower is that over the flat top now? About the box.
Oh, that's AT&T. It's low.
Yeah, it's been my experience, just like this Wentworth tower we're talking about in the corner there, 16. Been my experience, those people that are leasing space and what have you on their tower, they've got to follow wind load restrictions. And so if they put you guys up for, you know, a real good discount, maybe $100 a month or whatever, they put you up, and then they get a cellular provider that comes in there, they're forced to run an engineering study on the tower. They run the engineering study, and they fall short of the wind load. They just lost a, you know, possibly a $16,000, $18,000, $2,000 a month customer. Because, and that's, you know, they're not being, it's just business. I mean, they're not saying, you know, I've heard, you go to county as well, you know, they're mad at us, you know, they want their taxes and this, and it's not that, it's just business.
Brought up the tower, private tower.
Yeah, there's a tower there, and I'm not sure, it's is it Neil Phillips? Right. And they've got a little repeater system on it. And yeah, they still use it. They got a little repeater system on it. And you know, that would be a pretty good place. It's on the same elevation as the tower that we're currently looking at up there. And we just had to see if they're willing to work with guys on that. To put something in what we would do, since they got a top mounted antenna, we'd side mounted antenna pointed north. And you know, side mounted antenna would shadow you a little bit towards the south side. But you know, you're going to lap over pretty good anyway from your central coverage to this coverage. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's a problem. And it's going to be the same size tower as this other one. And as long as we don't, I feel confident as long as we don't put, he's already got an antenna top mast on it, just, similar to what's at this other location. And as long as we keep some down on the side, we're not going, we're down by the guy wires and supports.
Yeah, facilities there.
I am not 100% sure. If I remember right, he has just got an enclosure down at the bottom now. He's got it. It would be in your best interest to have a climate control facility because it's hard on any type of electronic equipment during the summer in that building. It can get up to 150 degrees. In the winter, it can get down to single digits, and that fluctuation on electronics and connections and solder, it's just rough on it, and it would be best to go ahead and have a climate control environment. Where
I'm just asking, they're tired of making their homes. It's wrong.
yeah,
Might be purchased,
we can find that. Oh yeah,
might be purchasing cheaper.
So I'm hearing that the hunt goes on for that.
well, I mean,
Except for that one radio station.
Radio station.
Well,
We need to start.
Do we have one that we can start the project on?
now,
No, I guess we would make any kind of certified deal with anybody. Of course, KWK and they built the army. That's what that was out on West. If that's what we want to do, things up here, we'll know what we don't do it,
yeah, and I believe that this up here, the grant's locked into kind of a location thing, it's going to be to repair the coverage and then we'll if I understood how that grant was written. I'm not 100% sure.
That's what they said they
Yeah,
So the southwest corner would be where we can.
that's where we kind of need to start.
This is kind of a process of elimination.
Commissioner Rogers?
Volunteer fire, standard,
Pardon
volunteer fire,
Well, they're in the same position that you guys for the SOs, and they've been promised. They got a real good deal through a company called Digital Passage that's down in this area. They're letting them on rent-free at a tower just about probably 4 or 5 miles west of here. But he's wanting to move them on down to the southeast a little bit, about 5 miles. So yeah, they'll have some issues, and they do have issues. And where all these issues have came up, and why you're seeing more of them in back 5 years ago, hey, the system just got better, the system got better. Well, there was 25K or a wider band that we talked on, and we narrowed it down. It hurts you in a lot of your areas that you had, coverage problems. Right, yeah. The next thing is most likely to get with us, see if we can do a contract with the tower down by Live. See.
It's actually great.
Well, it's about halfway.
It's official.
It's kind of between hard and light.
Yeah.
It's almost directly.
Yeah, it is.
But that'd be a good thing, that because you're gonna get all of the license. You're gonna get a big part of Murray, a big part of the overnight, back to
Yeah, and I think what this is going to do is it's going to also pick that corridor up and then move it to where you're coming in and you're picking up some of the hauling channels. So that
And that's a road, what, 5 miles from Rockford?
I've been over
probably 10
probably.
yeah, probably about. So the AT&T tower's right there, pretty close to the property.
So it's consensus of the board to start in that southwest corner, trying to find something there. Stop talking about the other towers yet, but if we can have access to that tower. I really don't know. We still have questions we need to answer about that.
Y'all want to
Use somebody else.
If we choose that's confirmation on the power before.
make contact, regular.
See what they.
Yeah, just, I'm gonna make contact and I'll give you any technical
Process, you'll have to see what the charge, cost will be.
We're gonna do that, we're gonna say,
Yeah, there'll be two antennas up mounted, you know, as high as we can on the tower. And then there's gonna be two link antennas that's probably gonna be 15, 20 foot high. That's gonna link the system together.
One of the high, one
Yes, the link antenna that's gonna talk to your primary repeater is gonna be only about 20 foot high.
I understand the confusion the public has when you get signals from Mars, you can't talk on a handheld.
It's you know, FM, if you were sitting here with a pair of glasses and you were able to see all the radio frequencies that shoot through this room right now, you could see each other standing here, right? And, you know, what we see is radio frequencies also. It's just a lower frequency. The higher you get, you can't see.
here, northeast.
I've talked to Bobby, he's looking at that. But there, we're looking at, doing Bobby, we're looking at that sometime. We'll build it right there, build stuff in. If you can talk to the company up there, you look at both directions. If he wants to sell it, get a price for selling of it. And if he wants to rent it, get a price for renting it. Because if we do that, then we can do what we want to. We want to go right there, in the intersection. Because here's the thing, guys, if we do that, we can buy it. And we have an opportunity, if we want to do that, on something right there.
Let's face it.
That's what we do sometimes.
Remember what he said, right? I mean, things go up. Do all these other costs, get it wind rated.
The thing about this.
Oh, well, that's
tower.
You charge rent commensurate with those expenses.
This tower here is a totally different tower.
Yeah, a lot of times on these towers, when you can write it up in the contracts, you know, who pays for the engineering. A lot of these cellular companies, they want their own company to come and do the engineering and stuff.
And there's a question with regard to each part, we talked about it. Is there any wisdom in us doing having not necessarily engineer coverage studies and see what we're going to do?
Is there a coverage map anywhere of this campus?
Well,
He's had to study the, as far as what the coverage of the station right here, though.
right, and the studies are about $400 or $500 to have them done. You know, I hate to say this, but there's a lot of variables, and I can put in a coverage. I can build a coverage map that is going to look like it's going to cover everything. And then the best thing is the deputy saying, "Can you talk there?" No, I can't talk there. This is telling me that you can talk there. I'm sorry, I can't talk there. You know that as well as you know, and it's just like the engineering. For instance, you know your wind study, your engineering wind study on a tower load. We had a tower up in Seymour. Wasn't overloaded whatsoever. We had a windstorm, that straight wind come through in 2001, 2002 that come through here. They corkscrewed that tower into the ground. So the rated wind speed in that area was like 70 miles an hour, and our engineering study was for 100 miles an hour, and we were underloaded. And all the engineering firms said, well, it's the wind got a little higher up high. You know, so it's really not worth the paper it's written on, but the insurance and the people make you get that stuff.
all done.
Yeah, it's, so those studies, I can, you know, we can go and get the studies, I can pretty much tell you, yeah, I can pretty much tell you, go 8 miles from that site, that's where you're gonna talk to.
I think the best study probably is for all of us to carry a handheld occasionally in our vehicles when we're out on our roads. I know Judge Bullock has made radio checks in various parts of the county. When you're out and about, call back to the SO and see if they can make contact with our GPS system, maybe we can mark them out, tell them that it's spot far or on there.
And just remember too, just because you can hit the tower doesn't mean
Being talk, right?
So it's communication.
The other variables that take place in India as far as weather goes. The summer, we're talking about the
Time, temperature, and humidity.
Mhm.
I mean, there's all kinds of variables that plays in this area. So, cool to night, it's probably the best time.
Right.
The radio signal better than
Yes, that's, you know, this time of year, when it's a nice clear morning,
We go along.
yeah, and that's when you're gonna start picking up all your
does cloud cover help?
You hear sound.
It does some, but it's not as good, clear, usually in the mornings and stuff, and it's one of those things, is that good, clear morning, your system's talking good, so's the system 150 miles. So that might, there are just so many variables, they're really,
In Oklahoma?
At the sheriff's department, they're
Yeah.
Platte County, down here, is on west.
So what have we done?
Figured out the study is not worth the money.
well, I mean, I can do the study, but I can tell you, you go and you go 8 miles around that tower, and it's gonna be good soil. And that's what we'll go 10 miles, and you're gonna get, you know, and you can look at your last study that we set and measure it out, it's gonna be about 8 miles.
last study's got a scale on it, I believe. or a
Yes.
scale.
It's got a scale and it's got your signals.
I think we just think like to the bullet.
Radio tower.
Yeah, and one thing these studies don't take into consideration is when you're putting up a system, you really do not know how that system will talk to it's up. So you can have such a noise floor from your counties or your entities that are 250 miles per year. It could be hitting your side, someone can have a base station of it, it'd be hitting your side 250 miles per year and cut a mile. So until you actually get the noise floor, I can put it on the bench and test it. That's how these studies are. It's in a controlled environment, and I can put a system on the bench and everything and study for signal strength coming in while it's transmitting and everything else. Put it on the antenna, and it takes half again as much signal to get into that system because you do have a large noise. And it's just
Well, you see anything that does this work, it's basically.
and you just don't know almost. You don't know those studies what you're going for. That's one variable that you can't put in unless you come out and pay $500,000 for your study. And they'll tell you make them put receive antennas up and listen and monitor and go around with the vehicle that pings into the system and they'll map out and grid out the system.
Yep. One for certain possibility here in the southern area and two other possibilities.
So the one on Turtle Hole is not high enough and too far south.
Well, I just think we really need to, the Turtle Hole is about 4 miles from the corner. And, there's where we're trying to cover, then you put that 4 more miles onto it, and you're dead up in the corner.
That's pretty interesting.
Right there. Yeah, it's stepped off a couple of times back towards the county on that matter. So really
I
needs
still
to.
think
I thought about this problem that did some last week. The next thing occurred, repair and replace the grade.
Do you know the road?
Just location here.
No.
There's a lot of associated costs with it. And it's a short cut.
It's about the same time. I think that.
It's probably about everything.
Yeah, 3 feet, got it.
I'd say,
Arthur.
It's all for the kids. Yes, I'll be retired.
That's a commercial, that's a commercial. That's, distribution bill.
I see the people on the back there.
Yeah, it's great.
So he might have, I don't know if they bought the piece of land, a year, but
It's whatever people can get out of it.
Yeah, that's what you're willing to pay.
I mean, yeah, it's what you're willing to pay, it's commercial. I can tell you that it's gonna cost, I bet the thing's right at 250 to 300 foot tall. It is, you're probably, to construct something like that. Yeah. Okay. Not LCC. Well, you're gonna have, you're gonna have to, no, you register your power one time. You just have to change that over from what you've got there. Yeah, so probably build it around 2000, when I start building that system out.
it's in good shape.
Yeah, it's a good shape, it's a good tower, good building, good,
There's nothing on it. I think we actually, homes, right.
And then it has some revenue associated.
Electricity's already there.
yeah, it's got some trouble with it.
He has some revenue.
How much maintenance? Like on our towers, the insurance company likes to see them inspected every 2 years. So, we've got a whole stroke size like that is an incandescent size. It's regular maintenance. Out of the stroke side, you get 10 to 12 years off of the stroke two. The flash. And, everything else is pretty rock solid. But, your insurance and depending on who you insure, they want someone on it in terms of years to check it out, find the tower and double check it, see your turnbuckles and your, just straight inspection.
Jeff did it.
Yeah, it's in Jeff up there.
Most tower crews are pretty rough.
Do they work on a dare?
Work their bell hours.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we just need to, especially on this, we start on the southwest.
You'll get information regarding those possibilities. I'll contact the station manager here and see what, go forward and see what kind of program
And just,
they'll agree to.
it's in a location where most of those over towers like that, it's off the beat trail and stuff, they do a pretty good deal. I mean, it's,
Put together and see what priority we'll move forward first. Okay, whichever one, if we want to do one down here and decide that this FM tower is one we'll do, although I secure that.
You've got the possibility of grant money on the north end, we don't need to start with the north end, probably the fire plants. South end, southwest, south, that's more needed, southeast.
There's some possibility that all the projects like that.
Right.
MVP that. There's a possibility all of them applied for will get funded. We don't know that.
that grant money is just drying up quick.
Okay, we'll have this back on the next agenda. Thank you.
All right,
Just again,
yeah, appreciate it.
I didn't know whether you got the next one.
Well, I was off Friday and I got it. I come in this morning, so I better hurry up and get in.
you always got answers for us, some of them are even good. So.
Well, yeah, sometimes.
But news and bad news travel together this time.
But, yeah, it's just where you guys decide, you know. The one thing we gotta keep in mind is that the quote is for, 150 foot of coax. So if we get up on some of these larger sizes, we'll step it up some. And it's, it's pretty much the only thing, but
Somewhere in the neighborhood of 15.
somewhere in the neighborhood of 30. So you just, and the tower crew is a day rate, and when they travel here, it's a day minimum. So they can install that equipment on a 150 foot tower or install that equipment on a 350 foot tower. It's still gonna take a day and still the same rate.
Does their day start at the time of point of origination, or they do?
Yeah, and unfortunately now the closest is it's not bad for y'all, but it's Decatur. So
An hour and a half, every hour or two.
yeah, they're gonna be on the road for 3 hours a day, and then get stuff loaded and leave and come back and what have you. Well, it looks like it's kind of like my business. Once you hit the ground and stuff, it looks like you're paying $300 an hour, but there's a lot of prep before that, and a lot of insurance, and a lot of equipment. So it's kind of a niche business, and if they've done 40 hours a week, they can charge less. It's going to be above 250. It's going to be above 250 and below, probably below 3. That's about where they built those towers back then. Because on cellular system, you rarely see a cellular system above 3. Yeah, it's going to be somewhere. You rarely see a system above 300 or above 300. You go to 330, you got to have 2 beacons. So it's not 330. You have to.
Okay.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna motion to table. that next meeting or question for information.
We could get that covered. I'm just saying, if you figure $100 a month, you're not gonna take that many years, like.
Our, like,
You look at it every 10 years, they can, and then one lower, you probably, you go over every 2 years, you inspection, you have to check that down. But they can say,
we think we should come good on that. Yeah, we look at that off the,
I think,
If there's some revenue available through that tower, county, become a landlord, so to speak. Cheryl will be happy to collect rent checks.
Buddy.
But, you know, that would be one of the ways I think we probably afford that, because of all the maintenance certifications. Again, we don't know until we start talking about it. Possibility.
Okay. Item number 14. I made contact with Michelle, and we got that in your packet, the email back there. Indicated that, she didn't see anything.
Okay.
They could do that, or she didn't see any problem with that kind of policy. If we think that'll address the circumstance that it's in there for. Okay, discussion there, any comments?
We discussed it, table before. Excited.
We add that to our personnel policy manual. Again, 3.01, add number 3. Employees are required to reside on location of parks, restrooms, or other recreational special use facilities operated by Young County shall be bound to rules regarding pets as posted for that particular location. I have second. All in favor? Any burn restrictions that we might want to discuss today?
I'm pretty sure it's going to
Not this day.
All in favor, adjourned?